Hey guys, and welcome back to Grounds Family Farm. It is a beautiful afternoon and we are outside feeding. Abby's helping me. We just got back from a livestock clinic that our fair decided to offer, and it was great. The girls got a lot of good tips on care of different types of livestock, mainly cows and even like goats and stuff. But the presenter was great, had a lot of great information, and I think they learned a lot from what they talked about. They even brought some goodies home. I've got a little bit of footage of that, and I'll put that in here in just a minute. But one of the things that I was going to talk to you about today is something that happened to me about a week ago. Wasn't very fun. I kind of hurt myself, and it was my fault. It was all my fault. I'll explain more about that toward the end of the video, so stick around for that. I'm going to go ahead and throw in the clips from their livestock workshop here.
If I don't wash, I'm always missing. There is, and we also put conditioner. So, this is my routine every day. And I'm just barely squeezing on this, but you don't have a foam where it's fine. Just barely letting a little drop come out. Just like you gals part your hair, I'm going to part it. Get in there and you can move it a lot faster. So the more you move it, the more you're going to throw the water out of the hair, okay? There you go. Work our way back and step back. You have open water. So you can kind of tell how it's darker here and lighter here. So when you keep stepping back. 900 blades. You don't have to spin. They are a little expensive to get going, but if you take care of them, they will last.
So as you can tell, there was a lot of good information, and just they definitely enjoyed it. They had fun, and they even provided lunch afterwards, so that was really great for everybody. But I'm gonna go ahead and start out down here by the bigger animals in this pen. They're all doing well. I went ahead and fed them so they wouldn't be rushing me while I was trying to film too. But they're so sweet. And look at this beauty over here. We've had a lot of good name suggestions for her, since Daddy is Waffles and Mama is Pancakes. But we are still working together on an official name for her. But you can tell she's doing really fantastic. Yep, there's Mama right with her, checking on her. It's really funny whenever she starts trotting around, running circles and stuff, but I can never seem to catch it on video. Hey guys, how is everybody today? Y'all all doing good? Hey Penelope. It's almost time to start brushing. I guess we probably could start brushing them pretty soon. Try to get that winter coat off, because they're still kind of thick, but hers always, it's always so funny how her color changes so much whenever she starts shedding, because she's got a lot of dark underneath all that white hair, doesn't she? My little assistant is back. She was playing with some baby goats. Hey Comet. She's not real sure still, but she's not too bad. She's fairly friendly. She's getting there. You are beautiful. You're so gorgeous. Hey, Comet.
I call him my little rock star.
Yeah. And there's Short Stack and Waffles, who's the daddy to that sweet little baby. And of course, Precious. You can't forget Precious. Can you, baby? Yes, you are just a precious boy. Let's check on these guys over here. There's Spice Girl. She is very spicy sometimes, but pretty sweet right now, aren't you, darling dear? And then, of course, Betty and Hulk over here smacking away. And here's Miss Daisy. Hey, Daisy girl. And little Mr. Spock. Hi, buddy boy. Oh. Are you foraging? Feel like a wild donkey like this? Over here picking up all the stuff that the emus are so carelessly dropping.
Yeah, I got messy.
They are very messy eaters. Usually you don't want to stand downwind because otherwise you'll wind up with feed in your eyes. Well, I guess these guys are getting finished, so we may go ahead and head out so that Rascal doesn't get extra playful. I'm going to go ahead and get this bucket out of here, though. Hi, Snowflake. Hey, Rosie Posy. What's her name again?
I think the name is Coco.
Pumpkin here. And
Pumpkin and Coco over there.
okay, so this is Pumpkin.
And this is Rose as well.
Of course, that's Rose. That's Miss Sparkles. Rose thought that she was going to miss out on something, so she was being a stinker. Hey, baby. I don't have anything. Hey. Yeah, she's like, nope. Hey, sheepy, what you doing? There's nothing in there, babe. It's an empty bucket. I see a bucket, though, and they're like, oh, I'm missing some feed. All right. Had to get out of the pen because they were getting close to finishing up and they get a little pushy. But we do have names for everybody. So that right there is Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Her sister right here is Coco. And then, yes, of course, that's Caramel, Abby's baby. She's been her baby for a long time. Who also has developed a bag. I need to go check her. Okay, that's, you said Milky Way? No, that's Oreo. And then Milky Way has slipped through the fence over there.
And of course, this is my Blizzy.
And of course, Blizzy Boy. So whenever we have goats that are close to kidding, we move them down to our mama pen if we know about it. That way we can, you know, make sure that they're safe and all that good stuff. And we will tell you more about, you know, goats that are kidding very soon because we have a couple that were even a bit of a shock to us. But first, let's come over here to the dairy goat pen.
Hello.
So right here is the dairy goat pen. And there's Oracle. And Olympia.
Oh, here is Milky Way.
That's Milky Way. She just goes in and out as she pleases. And then there's Nutmeg that's over there kind of walking by herself. And of course, Mr. Johnny, who's being a stink pot. Johnny, she's pregnant. Please leave her alone. The black and white one there is getting really close as far as her pregnancy goes. So we're going to keep watching her. We probably have 2 to 3 more weeks. If that, we're going to keep an eye out just to make sure. But we'll be moving Johnny probably to the big pen at that point.
have to move all of them.
Yeah, I'd rather move 1 goat instead of 3. Because in theory, they probably are all bred. Nutmeg would be still several months out probably. We know Oracle's bred, we know Olympia's bred, and Olympia was bred first. So, and look at those sides. She's giving me serious Sicily reminders right there. But I checked, I did kind of figure out about how to check like the ligaments and everything. Yeah. And hers are not lax currently. So I think we still have a little bit on her.
Right there.
And this girl, she's still got quite a bit. Hey, Oracle, I know you are large and in charge, but leave her alone, please. Olympia. Olympia. Yeah, they're pretty sweet, aren't they? Olympia. You not gonna come see me? Hey, guys. He's not gonna get you. He likes to come see you because he wants you to love on him, but he stinks. Because he is all billy goat. Beautiful billy goat, but he's still a billy goat. Hi, darling. What are you doing? Hey, Abu. This little stinker keeps trying to go in the shed.
I don't think she heard him, but she should.
Yeah, we don't want her in there with the baby chicks.
Because I let her play with my baby bunnies, and she loves them.
Oh.
She starts licking them.
All right. Well, let's go over here to another pen. All right. So we came to say hello to the cows, but I am not feeding them grain right now. They are doing fine without it. They have all of this grass, so we don't feed them grain every day. It's mainly just to keep them friendly and to where they stay close to us.
But she loves the cows.
Which we've got to come out here and put some fly spray on them a little bit later because they do bother them some, but that's what happens, unfortunately, around here. And it's just recently gotten hot, so. But we'll be doing that with Kevin at some point really soon because they need it. But look how friendly they are.
Remember I told you Boo's friendly?
And Izzy wants to show a cow, which probably this one over here is who she's looking at showing. What's her name?
Her name is Lucky.
Okay, so that's Lucky and this is Clover.
Yeah, like Lucky at 4-leaf clover.
Lucky 4-leaf clover. And then Mr. Man over there, he's friendly enough, but he's still a little skittish of people, so.
I call him Bob.
Bob?
Bob.
That's not a bad name for him. He may be Bob. We'll see. You trying to see what that thing is? You just don't know what that thing is, do you? We still feed them out there in the corral because that way, if we need to pin them up, all we have to do is carry a bucket of feed out there and they go. And he has actually figured out how to make it into the hole now, which is nice because it took a long time to get him to understand that.
We're so proud of you.
But he finally got it figured out. So that's really, really great. Okay, so we're about to go feed these noisy things, but I'm also going to let them out onto the grass because we've got more of a grassy area that's actually connected to their pen within a bigger fenced-in area. So we're fixing to turn them out and then see if we need to feed them grain now or just wait till the evening. Well, this little guy decided to go ahead and come see Abby before I even let him out. So let's let you noisy things out. How about that? Y'all want to come graze?
Me. I like it.
Y'all want to graze?
This is Junior and Jesse. We have Junior and Jesse.
All right, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we got going on here as I let them out. So technical difficulties letting them out because they were being stinkers. But so if you'll notice, we have a few more goats out here than what we did. So obviously we have Cicely and her baby. But we were outside day before yesterday, and noticed that Miss Puppy, we figured she was pregnant, but then checked and she has a very sizable bag. And Puppy also has a new accessory. That is a piece of wood with duct tape around it because this crazy goat loves this fence. Unfortunately, she sticks her head through it multiple times a day. Like, we will pull her out. We're afraid she's going to get stuck while we're at work or something and not have access to water. That's the main idea behind this, is we want to make sure that she's got full-time access to water and that she's not stuck in a fence or panel or whatever. And it wouldn't be so bad if she let us push her back through easily, but she fights and kicks and headbutts, and she scratched up my hand yesterday.
And she smashed my finger.
She smashed Abby's finger. She smashed my hand. So, yeah, we're not going to be about it, are we, puppy girl?
She's so sweet.
And the other addition over here, we've named Mama Goat Jessie. But we noticed she was getting a little rounder. I thought she was just getting her weight back on her. But so she is obviously extremely close to kidding. And we checked, and both of these ladies have colostrum. So I figure it's only a matter of days. I've not started seeing any other signs other than that. But that's enough for me to want to go ahead and have them separated, because I would much rather have peace of mind knowing that they can kid safely without a lot of other issues, because Blizzard does play a little rough with baby goats sometimes. So yeah, he is so precious.
You know what I call him?
What?
I call him Colton.
Colton? Yeah, I forgot that you sort of named him Colton. We'll have to see if that sticks or not, because it's not just one person's decision. Oh my word, he's like closing his eyes. You like your neck scratched, baby?
That is so cute.
Oh, look at sis. She's coming to check.
Oh, puppy.
Puppy.
That's not a weapon. It is an accessory.
You being crazy? But yeah, Puppy is very friendly. Hence why she has a collar. And you can actually call her and say, hey, Puppy, come here. And she'll follow you. Mama goat, Jessie. She is friendly enough, but not like she wants to be your best friend all the time. And then got all the baby sheep over here. Hey, that's Bailey that still has a tail. She'll be getting hers docked pretty soon. Everybody else's have been docked.
Especially June.
Yep. And we only have 2 mama sheep left in here because we've just been kind of counting weeks till we are ready to wean the youngest of them. Because we've got Bailey and then we've got the little boy. Which, this is the little boy.
Look at my sweet
And we are
face.
leaving him intact, and he will be leaving the farm at some point.
Yes, but this one won't.
No, Junior will not, because Junior is Abby's.
Yeah.
And he will actually be getting banded very soon too. I know we've said that before, and we tried before, but this will be probably our final time to try to band him before getting some assistance from the vet if needed. Because if we have trouble this round, we'll take him and get him checked. Okay, all these guys are amazing and wonderful, and we're really, really happy. And the little girls have actually gotten really friendly too. And of course Junior is, but the little girls they don't mind. I mean, they'll walk all around your feet and everything, so. Jessie, are your babies gonna be sweet too? Over in the other pen, Milky Way and Oreo are actually Jessie's first babies. We bought her and those 2 together. And that was the whole ordeal with Pink Eye. We dealt with Pink Eye for a long time with them. And she almost lost her vision over it. But after multiple rounds of drops and antibiotics and everything else, finally Jessie is okay. But kind of left us with a sour taste about some auctions. So we're really cautious now what we get.
Yeah.
But
Auctions sometimes will lie, like if they're purebred and they're actually mixed.
yeah, that's a thing too, because Sheepy that was over in the other pen, she was actually billed as a full-blooded baby doll, and that sheep is definitely not a full-blooded baby doll.
Well, guess what? We still love her.
We still love her. She's a baby doll cross for sure. Puppy girl, are you just?
I want my camera time.
Yeah, she likes
And
being center of attention.
Why her horns are orange?
Why?
She's been digging in the dirt.
Oh, she's been digging in the dirt with her horns.
There was.
Oh yeah, because we do have some clay dirt around here, so that would be why she's got orange horns.
She's so beautiful.
Yeah, but she's gonna be a good mama, I know, because she's been a good mama to her other 2. So I don't know if we'll have another set of twins or if we'll have a single baby, but either way, we're excited for this. And then finding out that Carmel's pregnant too. I mean, that's crazy. I bet that's gonna be one tiny baby. But the good thing about Carmel is the dad was a smaller one too. I don't know if y'all remember back a few months ago, we had Pearl and we had Ginger, and it would have been Pearl. So Pearl was a multicolored buck and Carmel is multicolored. So I don't really know what color goat we're going to wind up with from Carmel, but it's going to be exciting to find out for sure. And Carmel actually came from our friends, the Eddies, over at Eddie Family Farm. Yeah, remember?
No.
We bought her from them. Yeah. But yeah, this is such a fun pen to be in with all these babies who are not so little anymore. They do grow up so fast. Oh, Mama heard her. Mama heard Bailey.
You're a junior. You're a junior.
You gonna find her, Mama? She's like, I'm munching on these flowers. It's fun though that they like to leave the feed and go eat grass. That's their favorite little treat. But this whole area right here, let me just show you where it goes. It goes right here to here. And they've kind of got a little dirt pile there that they walk up on. But over here, this whole area is good for them to graze. And since there's only a handful of them, I mean, it takes a while for them to actually, it's going to take a while for them to mow this down. We usually do put them up every night because, I mean, some of them are so little and everything. With Puppy getting her head caught in the fence so much, I wanted her in a smaller pen so there'd be less likelihood of that. But now we may not even have to worry about that. But I still like to kind of pin them up at night, especially if I'm going to be gone the next day, or anything like that. And then we just turn them out when we get home. Because like I said, we were gone this morning, all morning. This afternoon, turn them out, let them eat to their heart's content. And actually, we feed a lot less grain this way too, because there's no need to feed all that grain when they've got all this beautiful grass that's in such good shape and so much of it for them.
We have a problem.
What's the problem?
There's a Sicily in the pasture.
There's a what now?
There's a Sicily in that pasture.
That's a Sicily in the cow pen. And she crawled under that because apparently Izzy shut the gate. Abby's walking up the fence to go try to call her back. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go in there and go let her out. I mean, I know she can squeeze under, but she may forget. Well, thanks to Abby, Cicely is back in. Her little baby didn't know what to do without her. Although he was prancing really cute a minute ago. Sis, please stay out of the cow pasture. I mean, it's got a lot of great grass and everything, don't get me wrong, but I don't want you squeezing through somewhere else. But your baby needs you. Your baby needs you. Yeah. He's like, Mama, where did you go? Why did you take off without me?
Because I do not want to, and then that's why.
Why did you take off without me? All right. Well, I think we are going to leave these guys alone and let them be. Because they are just fine. With our new knowledge that Carmel is also bred, we will be having to move her really soon too. Didn't really expect that one. I thought she was still going to be a while, but she's not. So probably, I mean, like I said, she's developing a bag, but doesn't have any colostrum yet. So I figure she's still several weeks out, but you never know. We'll just have to keep a check on her every couple of days or every day since she's developing the bag. But that's just crazy, isn't it? I mean, she didn't have a bag last time I checked because I was like, well, she's been exposed. I was thinking about that, you know, like a month ago, but I never saw any other signs, so I wasn't worried about it. Well, she obviously just was one that takes a while to show, which this will be her first baby. So we'll just have to keep a close eye on her, make sure she doesn't need a cyst or anything like that, just like the other two, which Puppy has never actually had a baby either. Like I said, Jessie has, but Puppy is actually Sunshine's baby that we have up here. And Puppy has not been exposed to a male ever until she was exposed to Ginger. But I'm really excited about all these new babies because we're going to be having a bunch, and that's really awesome. And we do have a working farm, so we do sell the offspring. And that's one thing that helps our farm keep growing, keep expanding, all that. Some of them we do keep, but there will be quite a few that we'll be saying goodbye to. And that's okay. That's just how it works around here. That's what farm life is. But now I'm going to go over here to the shade and kind of let you know what happened to me the other day, because it's a little crazy. I'm a little ashamed because, like I said, I knew better. I really did know better. But, oh well, sometimes things just happen. Okay, so I had a bit of a mishap the other day. As some of y'all know, we own a daycare property that we actually closed the daycare down about 1.5 years ago. due to several factors, one of those being my health. But we've been trying to work on selling some of the contents because it hasn't sold in all this time as a just actual daycare. So we were like, well, let's start selling the contents. I finally felt like I had enough energy to go through and start looking at stuff, listing things and all that. So one of the things that we were working on selling was the big playground equipment out there. And it's a couple of big sets. And we had this wonderful family from Missouri that decided to come down, and they were wanting to buy it. Well, Kevin and his dad and I were down there, and we were working on disassembling this set. It's a very large set, and he had a huge top with a canopy on it. So he needed to use a tractor to take that top off because there was no way, even up pretty high on a stepladder, that he could lift it off, he and his dad. So they got the tractor down there, and the problem was it had those plastic landscape timbers all around it, and we had a fall zone and all that. So Kevin started popping the plastic landscape timbers up, pulling the pins out that connected them, and I was like, I'll go start picking up tools, because we had tools kind of laid everywhere out there. Well, I was walking across with it. I knew he was taking the landscape timbers apart because we just talked about it. Well, I came walking across fast, and I guess habit in me, instead of, thinking, oh, step over the timbers because they don't have a pin connecting them, I stepped on the landscape timber that was still standing up. Yes, it was not connected. And what do you think that landscape timber did? It moved. It moved really quickly. I had tools in my hand, and I fell, and I hit really, really hard. So I landed on my left side, which is not good. It wasn't my right side, I guess, because that's the side I've always had nerve issues with. But I hit my rib cage so hard and then bruised all up and down my side. Not fun at all. Knocked the wind out of me, and I debated going to the doctor that night, but I was sitting there going through my head because I called several urgent cares. They had x-ray techs that left at 6 o'clock. This happened at 6 one evening. And I was like, well, I'm not coughing up any red stuff. I'm not actually having difficulty breathing, even if it hurts a little bit to breathe. And I'm not having, I didn't hit my head or anything like that. So I don't really feel like an ER visit is warranted. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to hold off. And if I need to go somewhere, I'll go the next day. Felt really bad all night. Didn't sleep a whole lot. So the next morning, I got up and I was like, well, I don't feel terrible. I was supposed to go to work. I bent over to wash my face and I almost couldn't stand back up because it hurt so bad. So I went ahead and called my doctor, called into work, and I was able to get an appointment that morning to go see, not my PCP, but the nurse practitioner that works with him. She's really great, and I've known her for a long time. Hey guys, well, I kind of messed up. So yesterday, Kevin and I went up to the daycare with the girls, and he and I were working on disassembling a piece of playground equipment that somebody is actually going to pick up from us this weekend. And his dad came down and was helping us some, and I was moving some tools away from the area they were about to pull the tractor in. And I slipped on a loose piece of a landscape timber that was around the playground set. I fell really, really hard and hit on my left side on my ribs, and it is very, very painful. It was almost 6 o'clock last night, and I called around to a couple urgent cares to see if they had x-ray machines, and they did not have anybody there working that, and they closed kind of early during the weekdays. And I was like, well, I'll be fine, even if it is, something with my ribs. It's probably just bruised or whatever. Pain has gotten a little worse, and it was really bad last night too. But I decided to call in to work this morning, which is very uncharacteristic of me, but I could not even think about trying to lift weights to hand to people or try to do manual therapy or anything like that. because I was afraid that I would really, really hurt myself, because it still kind of catches when I breathe, and I don't know, it's hard. It's hard to move around some. So I was able to get an appointment, and I'm here at the doctor's office. I left the girls with Kevin's mom. That way they wouldn't have to come out with me. But I will let you know what they say, and hopefully nothing's broken. Hopefully it's just really bad bruises that are just gonna take a little bit to heal. It hurts though, it really does. And sitting upright and driving is actually not real fun. But I'll let you know what they say. And she did multiple x-rays, checked this whole side of my rib cage, because that's what I was worried about. Is I was worried that I had broken my ribs. I mean, the way it was hurting to breathe, and just wearing jeans, something silly like wearing jeans, it was hurting. So they did the x-rays, and she's like, well, nothing is majorly fractured, but I can't rule out any cracked ribs. And she said, you've obviously got some bruising. She said, so I'm calling it a contusion, but there's still a very big possibility that you crack some ribs. So she gave me some anti-inflammatories, quite a few, because she's like, you're going to hurt for a long time. She's like, there's nothing we can do unless something's out of place. And she's like, and they're all intact and they're fine. Which I was like, I know that there's nothing that can be done just for a cracked rib. Most broken ribs, there's not much you can do. But I just want to make sure nothing was majorly wrong. So yeah, that's been a little over a week ago now. And I'm still hurting quite a bit, especially if I try to do a lot. I try not to twist, because twisting is incredibly painful. And now I'm having, like, if I move a certain way, I have popping down in my rib cage. Not very pleasant. It's usually like right along the front border of my ribs, but it's okay, and I'm managing. But yeah, not too fun. The girls have been a big help. Being able to carry stuff for me, because if I just try to lift and I carry too much, that hurts a lot too. And Kevin's been great also, but he's been working a lot too. So yeah, our projects are, I wouldn't say completely limited, because he can do a lot. I can mostly guide and assist in that way. But it can take several weeks for cracked ribs to heal. And I still have a pretty nasty looking bruise on my left side. So just kind of monitoring that. If I have any video of the actual fall, I will try to put it in here, because we do have security cameras on the premises, but I don't know if I've got some or not. But if I do, I will try to put it in here. That way you can actually see what happened. I watched it, and even from a distance, it just made me like cringe, just like reliving that. But also at the same time, I just sit there and laugh, because I'm like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And I do it. You can clearly see me step up on that timber and slip and fall. So what's the moral of the story?
Don't step on the landscape timbers if they don't have pins.
Yeah. And just, think before you step, I guess. Yeah. I don't really know.
Look where you're going.
Yeah. So if you see me in sweatpants or stretchy waist shorts for a little while, that's why, because jeans still hurt. But it'll be okay. But like I said, these girls are amazing and helpful, and Abby has been picking up a lot of the slack. She's been helping around a lot. She even volunteered to clean the bathrooms for me in the house, because
I like cleaning the mirrors.
I don't really think that bending over and scrubbing motion like in the tubs is going to be very fun. So,
and I'm flexible, so it's fine.
Yeah, she's very helpful, and she actually likes cleaning the bathroom. So
I love cleaning.
That's really nice. But I guess that's about all we have for you today. We've got to go cool off a little bit, because it is very, very hot outside. Even in the shade over here, it's really hot. Even though it's a little overcast, it's still a pretty warm day. So I think we're going to go do that and wait on Kevin to get home and see what else we can get into whenever he gets home. But we appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will catch you next time at Grounds Family Farm. Bye, guys.
Bye. Peace.